All right, everyone, so this is the final look that we're going to take out the Galaxy A54 before it launches. As you guys see, this device is going to be launched March 16th. This little teaser came up on Samsung's website I saw the other day, and it says right here, March 16th, 2023. The whole video and everything is on it. I think they have it on their YouTube channel already, but super excited about this. We got a definitive answer on this already, so really nice. But we're going to go over everything that we're going to be seeing on the Galaxy A54 in this video before you buy it. I know there are a lot of people that are going to be transitioning from Apple to Android because they need something a little bit cheaper because of the economy, and there's a ton of people that are going into college, they're going into high school, they're trying to get the Gen Z, I'm sure, and the Gen Y onto these new devices because they are somewhat premium, but they're also a lot cheaper than the $1,000, $1,200 devices and all that type of stuff. So that's the crowd that they are seemingly going after. So this is everything that we're going to get inside of the Galaxy A54. This article is from phonearena.com. If you guys want to read it, I'll put the link in the description down below. But it says what's new about the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. So these are the new things, presumably. It said a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED screen, Full HD Plus resolution, and 120 Hz refresh rate. I don't think that's new, but that's there. The Samsung Exynos 1380 processor. Thankfully, we got a new processor. A lot of people weren't even expecting a new processor, to be quite honest, so that's pretty cool. Our base model is going to be 6 GB of RAM with 128 GB of internal storage, and that's going to be our main configuration. Or you can get an 8 GB of RAM and 256 gigs of storage configuration. We also have a triple rear camera setup, but the third one is going to be a macro camera. So we have a macro camera on this device. This has a micro SD card slot, which is nice. It has an IP67 dust and water resistance and a 5100 milliamp battery with 25 watt charging, which I don't think is crazy. I think that's something that we saw on previous A series devices, so that's not too crazy. 100 more milliamps is always good because I believe the last one was 5,000, so that's cool. So most of the changes on this device are going to be revolving around the upgraded chip and a revamped camera. And I actually just saw an article, and we're probably gonna get into this in this video, but it kind of like showed a little leak of something in an article about some nighttime photography that some Samsung ad did for the A54. So we're going to talk about that in this video. But for the size and weight, the Galaxy A54, it says unknown. The display, of course, we went over before. And the price tag on the 6 GB configuration is $500 expected. Now, I don't personally think that's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to be $500, but there's some speculation out there that it may be $500. As far as our cameras go, 50 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro. We also get a 32 megapixel front cam. So that is probably going to be our biggest change about the Galaxy A54 5G. Also, of course, the chipset is going to have a 50% improvement in multi-core performance. So there is going to be a clear performance upgrade in the CPU performance. So that's nice to see. The next thing we're going to get into, of course, is going to be the camera on this device. Really quick, as far as our operating system updates, we're going to get 4 years of major OS updates. So we're going to get 14, 15, 16, and 17, and we are going to get 5 years of security updates. So that's really decent. And we have one last thing I wanted to talk about, and this comes from androidheadlines.com, and this is talking about the nightography. So it says, according to Samsung, the Galaxy A54 5G will boast nightography, a dedicated camera mode for nighttime photography. The official teaser also mentions no shake cam, which should be nothing but OIS, optical image stabilization, and render shared by the company confirms the Galaxy S23-like design with Gorilla Glass protection and, of course, an IP67 dust and water resistance. So it looks like we're gonna have some decent nighttime photography on the Galaxy A54 if they're actually making a whole ad out of it. So I'm interested to see if that's going to be the biggest improvement on the A54. I know that from the A52 to the A53, they really changed the software and improved the software experience with the camera. It seems like 1080p 60 frames per second was a lot smoother. Pictures were a lot smoother, and the processing was a lot better on those photos and videos. So I'm hoping that they, changed out the lens on the Galaxy A54. I'm sure we're going to get a ton of surprises March 16th once they release all the information on this phone. But I'm really interested in the camera on the Galaxy A54 this year as well. But this is it, guys. The Galaxy A54 is releasing March 16th, 2023, and I'll release the exact time and date right here if I have it. If there's not a time, I'm sorry. But that is when we are going to see the release of the Galaxy A54. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys are as hyped as I am. Hopefully this device is not $500, and hopefully the camera has a decent upgrade. But I hope you guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys have a rested weekend. This has been Safon from TechRight, guys. Peace out, Tech Gang.